all hitting the same thing, you know what I'm saying? All three of these run in line with the same scripture right there.
Is it 28 and 15, sir?
Right. Okay, so make sure where we at, where we start.
Because ye have said, we have made a covenant.
Right. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna make sure.
We laugh.
Shalom. We out the Isupk coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, at the Commanding General Yohana. Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby, that man, Bill, boy, that man has done made a covenant with the heathen. Now that the pudding pop picture pages, whatever, Cosby Show, that man was America's dad.
Right.
He was the model of what a professional black man is supposed to actually be. In reality, he was. I want to make a note of this too. Now, notice what that man's name even was.
Bill.
What was his last name?
Cosby.
No, his name in the movie in the show, the Cosby Show.
Cosby.
Right. Where does the name Huxtable come from? Anybody know? It comes from huckster. You know what I'm saying? As a huckster. A huckster is like somebody, a buffoon type. You see what I'm saying?
Like a court jester.
Yeah, a court jester, right. And they don't, Hollywood always looks well into things before they come out with things, before they do things. Everything always means something. You see what I'm saying? All right. Huxtable. What nigga you ever met named Huxtable?
Right.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? You never heard of a nigga's name as being Huxtable. Right. You never heard of a white person's name being Huxtable. That was a made-up name that they gave that man, pretty much saying that the role model black father is supposed to be a huckster, a court jester,
right,
a buffoon,
right,
a clown,
right,
with a minstrel show. You see what I'm saying? He's supposed to be and notice, you never seen no real correction go forth in the Cosbys and none of that. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like James on Good Times. You see what I'm saying? Right. James on Good Times, he had a good balance. You know what I'm saying? And James will break out that goddamn belt.
That's
you
right.
See what I'm saying? When the city, he didn't allow disrespect in his house. None of that. You see what I'm saying? Right. And he made that house stable. And notice it all fell apart, after he died on the show. You see what I'm saying? Well, Bill Cosby was there. The Cosby Show was actually made to clean up that image.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
It was made to clean that up, right? He was supposed to be like what James was on Good Times, except he's the successful, you know what I'm saying? And he's the one that don't give any correction. It's something funny too, because they was promoting other things too, because his kids didn't even look like him. Lisa Bonet and the other. Right. So what was that promoting? Can anybody tell me what that was promoting? They notice him and his wife both dark skinned. Well, not dark, but they're like, not like my kind of dark skin, but I mean they were still dark on the dark side. Can anybody tell me what that means? Now notice his two daughters are actually having an Edomite parent. You see what I'm saying? Can anyone tell me what that show was actually promoting?
Would that be like the term colorism?
No, I wouldn't. No, not colorism. This is what it's promoting. Black men raising kids that ain't theirs.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
White man.
Right. And by that scene, now think about it. Now Theo and Rudy, you know what I'm saying? They were dark. And Vanessa. But then they got these two older ones, right? And these two older ones look half white. And both of them, Bill and Claire, what was he? Phil Huxtable? He was Phil Huxtable, right?
Then
Bill and Claire were both in the expert field. You know, she was a lawyer, and he was a doctor, right?
Because finish will end it, but cancel it.
Now, her children, her two daughters, two oldest daughters, seem to represent, and they were supposed to be Phil's. Right. They are supposed to represent, right? Like, say, for instance, when lawyers and doctors, you know what I'm saying, they spend so much time on the job, you know, male or female, they take on a sex partner inside that profession.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They do. You know what I'm saying? You got a female lawyer out there. She's all about the law, all about the case. You know what I'm saying? Such and such. She gonna have male lawyers that win cases and all that she look up to, that are experts in such and such. That's mentoring her. And you know what else is gonna happen from there?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why he was looked at as America's dad. Pretty much saying that he's supposed to be the model for black men. He never challenged anything. You see what I'm saying? He never, you know what I'm saying, never went against the grain and nothing. You see what I'm saying? But he was marked as America's dad. You see what I'm saying? And also what Bill Cosby was doing too, he was embracing that whole image, right?
Right.
And that's what started to motivate him to go to schools and everything and talk to little black children, you know what I'm saying? And pretty much saying that, you know, pretty much what saying is, your racist suffering is your fault. But you kiss a white man's ass like I do and you can get out. That's what he's pretty much saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you're around it, you know, when you boil it all down, right? Now he in trouble. As soon as he started trying to buy Channel 4, right? Or was it Channel 4 or something like that? NBC?
NBC.
NBC, right? That's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wound up in trouble. His son got killed by some Russians, which don't seem to make no goddamn sense anyway. You know what I'm saying? What dealings he got with some damn Russians, right?
Right, with a flat tire on the side of the road.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, and after that, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, Bill couldn't be the sellout that they wanted him to be. Yeah, he hated black people. You see what I'm saying? He didn't give a damn. He hates black people. But it's some level that he wouldn't go where they all start dropping the hammer on him. They've been knowing that man was what he was doing. They all doing that stuff. You see what I'm saying? And they probably just got a problem with Bill. I mean, Bill probably just didn't like little kids and all of that, like what they do. You know what I'm saying? You know, he wanted to drug up grown women. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, he probably didn't get as live as them. You see what I'm saying? Now, what they, you know, and with that, they probably always had a little something against him. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, go ahead.
Yeah, and that's odd because in the late 70s, he did like a little documentary, if you will, and he spoke on the evils of the white man and you know all of this. Yeah, check into it. Then he pulled a comment on us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was all about black folk and how, you know, wicked white folks is and how we need to do this. And next thing you know, he had the Cosby Show, and after that, now he want to talk bad about black folks.
Right. And you know what? And this is like what I brought out at the camp speaking. You know, people figure that they can talk any way they want to about black people because they know black people will give our support. You know what I'm saying? We will just throw our support at somebody without even demanding anything from them or any of that. And that causes people not to respect you.
Right, damn right.
You see what I'm saying? They figure they don't have to respect you. They don't have to bridle their tongue when they speak about you or anything. If you just give it, you know, that everybody knows that the safety net, you know, every black celebrity or whatever got a safety net, you know what I'm saying, with black people. Hell, everybody uses us like that. You see what I'm saying?
It's lucky.
What?
And if I would, what you're saying is a heavy point. You know what I'm saying? And just think about it. why do you think no black stars come to our defense? You know what I'm saying? You don't see LeBron James doing anything for black people outside of Cleveland, maybe with the little schools and all of that bull crap. But here's the thing, who's running that crap? He's not hiring black teachers. That's not black owned and operated. He's still in bed with the white man. You understand? You know what I'm saying? In order for him to do that, he got an agreement with white people all around the board 24/7, 365. You know what I'm saying? And when something serious happens, it has to be the whole world has to take notice in order for these athletes to say something about it. Because when you say something about it, you end up like Colin Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Blackballed from society.
Right. You know, and they, you know, and that's so true. That's heavy right there. Because see, celebrities and all of them, you know, they have a covenant.
Right.
With, you know, the people that's cutting their paycheck.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? They have a covenant with the industry. That's why, you know, a lot of black people be like, well, they don't do nothing for black people. They have chosen what side they want to be on.
Damn right.
And that's part of the, you know, the qualifications. You know, if you want to be on that side, you can't do nothing for black people.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? That's why they start to persecute anybody that does.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? That's why they're persecuting Bill Cosby, because the way it is, you can't play both sides of the fence. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think Jay-Z never get messed with?
Right.
Jay-Z never get messed with because Jay-Z makes it solid on which side he's playing on. You see what I'm saying?
Damn right. Jay-Z knows he's still a nigga. That's what that song was about. He was telling the world and the white man, hey, look, I know I got all this money, but I know I'm still a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Leave my money alone. Leave my basketball team alone. I know I'm still a nigga.
But he's willing to sell out.
Damn right.
He's willing to do whatever it takes, and they know that. That's why they're not worried about him. You see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Well, Bill Cosby done transgressed in a few areas when what he should be doing is he should have went all the way in with black people and be on the side of black people and realize that the white man is the devil.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? You can't play both sides. You can't be 80-20.
Damn
you
right.
see what I'm saying? It's not that kind of game.
Hell no.
You see what I'm saying? You can't be 80-20. You can't be 80% for white people, but then be 20% for blacks. Right. That's not, they're going to see that 20% and they're going to look at that as the whole of the matter. You see what I'm saying? They're going to look at it as you are evil. You love blacks 20% out of 100%, and you love us 80. They're not going to see that 80. They want 100% allegiance. You see what I'm saying?
So like,
go ahead.
Just think, and what you're saying is heavy. Just think about it. With the conditioning of black people and the money that it takes to get shit together, any one of these celebrities with these multi-million-dollar contracts worth $500 million, all that filth, they could have been and opened up a black nation, black schools, black doctors, black everything. You know what I'm saying? One of them celebrities, right. just think about it. The Detroit Pistons alone, any one of them black basketball players could have got the Water of Flint, Michigan together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Detroit Lions, the football players. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucking Megatron had an $80 million contract his rookie year type shit.
Right.
I mean, what's going on in black society? Because they, you know what I'm saying, they already know that they in bed with this white man, and the second that they see him doing anything for black society, it's over with.
Right. That's heavy that you brought that out. Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you can't look at celebrities as your kings. You can't do it. They made a choice of what side they're playing on.
Damn right.
If they're not willing to sacrifice that, all of it, they're not on your side. I mean, it's just that simple.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They're not on your team. They're not playing on your side.
Right.
They figure, well, I don't want to go back to the ghetto with you. They don't even look at you as really even being the same race as them because you're not.
So lucky.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
That's why the first time they get their money, before they even cut their check, the second that they know that they get accepted by the white man, what's the first thing they do? move out the hood.
Yeah, that's the very first thing they do.
Separating themselves from you immediately.
Right. They move out the hood. They get them a white girl, which that's also set up too.
Right.
That, you know what I'm saying?
White girl come with the contract.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You sign this $100 million contract. You get $100 million, a shoe deal, and a white bitch. That's what you get.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But even the ones that got black women, you know what I'm saying? Right. Hell, they gonna get took to the cleaners too.
Yeah, right.
Because that black woman, she views herself as a white woman.
Right.
She got some of your bread. She look at herself. She do everything the white woman do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every damn thing. Dye her hair blonde.
Right.
Big slap some blue contacts in her goddamn eyes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Neither one of them on your damn side, you know what I'm saying? When it all boils down to it, they are on the side of the industry that's cutting you that check.
Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying? They on the side of that. That's why a lot of them marriages are arranged marriages.
Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying? And those women, like say for instance, with Kobe Bryant, you know what I'm saying? Married to his wife, he's married to his high school sweetheart, right?
Right.
They trust her. Because they know that she is willing to play ball with them. You see what I'm saying? That she's willing to, you know what I'm saying? She's with them. They know. Because if she wasn't, they would have busted that marriage up a long time ago.
Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying? And they would have nipped that in the bud right quick.
So go ahead. If I would. And they attempted to. That's why he got caught up on them rape charges. You know what I'm saying? Somebody wasn't playing ball and it was about to ruin his whole life. But what did he do? Get back in order?
Right.
Get back in order.
See, that was him. That wasn't his wife, you know what I'm saying? His wife will turn on him. Just like if they, persecuted Barack Obama, Michelle would turn on his behind. Yeah, nigga, you need to get right. She would come and, you know what I'm saying? Right. Because she's with them.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? So it don't even damn matter. You know what I'm saying? She is with them. Just like the white woman that the black man married is with them too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So is she. She's no goddamn different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're supposed to be with a white woman's ass flat and all. I don't go into that bullshit.
Right.
You're supposed to be with a black woman because that's your goddamn natural mate.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Damn, look, whatever the hell, you know what I'm saying? I heard niggas talk all the time, but niggas just get the nastiest white women. Well, hell, you were looked at as the lowest thing on the goddamn earth. So, I mean, hell, that would kind of make sense from the world's perspective. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You out there in the world, you was taught you wasn't shit. Your spirit was broke ever since you was goddamn 3.
Damn right.
So you get the fat, nasty white woman, you think you done upgraded and shit.
It's a lot, if I would. This is only a problem with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
We're the only people that's dating outside of her race, that's marrying outside of her race. You don't have to tell a Chinese man that. When's the last time you seen a black woman and a Chinese man?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you do see that. That is, because you got sites. Now check this out. So you got sites for where black women that's funded, by white people for black women to hook up with other races.
Right.
And they doing it. They're doing it big.
So like you said, like you proving my point. The sites is for who? Our nations to hook up with other nations. You don't see no Korean meet niggas.com type shit.
Here's the thing though. When they do that, that's not a marriage for real. That's she just being a whore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got little site Asian women hook up with black men and all of that. But you there to be the bed wench.
Right. That's it.
You there to pleasure them. You see what I'm saying? Just like in slavery, you know what I'm saying? You and then here's the thing, you get the bottom barrel of that. And black women didn't get the top barrel white men in slavery. They got the overseers. They got the fat, nasty Irish dudes. You know what I'm saying?
You got the monster ball Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, they got that. You know what I'm saying? The white dude that didn't even take baths.
Right.
That smelled horrible with hair every damn where and sweating and like some big ass pig. You know what I'm saying? And that's who was humping you.
Didn't even talk properly.
You know what I'm
saying? Saying there instead of there. Just the low rank, like you said.
Right. Couldn't read, couldn't write, You know what I'm saying? All he knew how to do was have that gun. You know what I'm saying? And pointed at niggas like that. The one to be chasing what was it? Chasing the the rascally rabbit. You know, that's all he knew how to get him to do. You know what I'm saying? In his life, he didn't know how to read, how to write. He didn't know nothing, but he just knew how to shoot that goddamn shotgun. And he hated niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Those are the only qualifications. And that's who was going into the barns and sleeping with black women. It wasn't no big romantic thing and all that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and as they talk about, you know, black men, you know, with white women, black women have always done this.
Damn right.
Black women were doing it long before black men were even able to do this.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Black women, you had, and they didn't even have to be super famous or nothing. All they had to do was sing at some goddamn nightclub. You know what I'm saying? And they were screwing the old Jewish and Italian white men.
Right.
And even leaving their families for that. And this is something that was going on in the early 20th century. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, the biggest race mixes on the goddamn planet after slavery was black women with white men.
Yeah,
right.
You see what I'm saying? They were the biggest race mixers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so if anybody want to check something, right? Check that. You see what I'm saying? Check that. And then the sisters nowadays got the same spirit as them, but it's just the fact that the white man, here's the thing, whenever there's a heightened awareness of us, right? We start to come into the truth and all of that, then they start making the white man an option for black women. Because they know the black woman pretty much control the black society.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they make themselves an option. They do this strategically. You know what I'm saying? They make themselves an option, right?
Damn right.
That's why you see in commercials, black woman, white man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
With a heathen child.
Right. You know, and here's the thing though too. You know, I'm gonna make a point of this also, right? Like during the time of black women joined the damn feminist movement during the time where the civil rights movement was going on, right? They joined the feminists. They left it. It's funny because a lot of them left it, even though the civil rights movement was wicked as hell. Right. You know what I'm saying? They left the civil rights movement and joined the feminist movement, right?
For what?
What they were actually trying to do was they were trying to use the damn white woman to get themselves closer to the white man. But in return of that, they lost their own goddamn man. The white woman played them like a goddamn fiddle.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Because now the white woman has the white man and the goddamn black man. Both.
Right.
Ain't that bitch?
It's a lucky. And to save her own pride, you know what the black woman starts saying? I don't need a man.
I'm independent. Right. You see what I'm saying? And that's where all that really started to get kicked off, you know, in hyperdrive. You know, I'm independent. I don't need. She lost her goddamn man.
So
she threw her man out the house during that time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that man fell in out damn arms of the she serpent.
Damn right. It's lucky.
You know what I'm saying?
Sir, is a heavy point. Like the basics of this is that regardless, you're supposed to stay with your own nation.
Right.
I mean, no kingdom. You don't see lions sleeping with tigers. In fact, the white man is such a devil, knowing that this don't happen in real life. What do? He took DNA from a tiger and the DNA from a lion and made a liger. That's what he did. Because in nature, they would never even think about they arch nemesis in nature.
Right.
Every other species is hell bent on multiplying and the prosper of their species.
Right.
You don't see hyenas sleeping with wild dogs. You don't see that. You don't see lions breeding with goddamn tigers and mountain lions and cougars and things of that nature. You don't see the meerkat messing around with possums.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Goddamn
so
right.
why would you go outside of your race?
Right.
Why?
You see what I'm saying?
Why would you pull a Bill Cosby?
Right.
Why would you pull a Kanye? You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that?
Right. And see, here's the thing too. This is what's going to be the funny thing right here. Just like Holly Berry and a couple of other black women that's running around with white. Yeah, Serena. Yeah, Serena Williams and all
that
them.
bitch right there.
They gonna wind up on child support.
Damn right.
That's what's getting ready to start happening. Just like Holly Berry. Yeah. She got paid $20,000 a month to a goddamn devil. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's awfully funny because there ain't no outrage from black women concerning that.
Nobody cares about
you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Yeah. You know, they sweep under the rug.
We gotta get these black men.
Yeah.
That's what they focus is.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
The white man and the white woman are supposed to get all the fruits and all the good shit. As long as you niggas don't have shit, that be their focus.
And let me tell you another thing too. The show Scandal was at no lack of viewers. Who was viewing that? Was it black men?
Hell no.
And I ain't know nothing about it. Honestly, go ahead.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Black men didn't really know nothing about it. I really didn't learn anything about it until I, you know what I'm saying, until I knew that I was going to have to teach on that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what I started, you know, seeing the dynamic of that. You know what I'm saying? But most black men didn't know nothing about the goddamn movie. Take a guess who did?
The black woman.
Right. Guess who the faithful viewers were?
The black women.
Right. The same goddamn one that's sitting there telling you, you know what I'm saying? Hounding you about, hounding black men, brother, about being with another race of goddamn women. She was a big, now think about it. Why was she such a big supporter of that show? Can anybody tell me?
Because it's in her heart to be with the white devil.
Right. She was living what they call it vicariously through Kerry Washington.
Right.
Herself. That's why you got to also watch your women with these goddamn romance novels. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch your women with that. She laid up in the bed with a goddamn romance novel with, you know what I'm saying, with some Edomite couple and everything, right?
Right.
You know, but you ain't paying no attention to it. You doing your thing. You on your, you know what I'm saying, whatever the hell, playing some kind of goddamn game or whatever. While she sat back reading that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta be on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because all those seeds is going to come manifest.
Man,
you see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I wish my rib would. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's going to be a UPK slogan. Hey, whoever make the shirts, make that a shirt. I wish my rib would. You hear me?
Right. Right.
This is UPK. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
I wish my rib would play crazy like that, goddammit. You already know what time it is. We ain't going for that.
Yeah,
you know
damn right.
For real, you know what I'm saying? You brothers in the world, I feel sorry for you brothers. You got to get in these goddamn classes and learn how to rule your household like a real man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Real. You know what I'm saying? Because what officers bringing out is real heavy. That's exactly what they do. You know what I'm saying? Live vicariously through that shit. It ain't just entertainment to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can watch a movie like Avengers or something. That's just entertainment. You don't see niggas going out trying to be Captain America. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who the fuck gives a that ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? But these women is the weaker vessel. That's why you're supposed to rule your household. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's why this shit ain't 50-50.
Right.
You don't understand? You're supposed to rule over that woman and teach her. You know what I'm saying? Look, that shit is for losers. That right there, that's pretend. Like when you used to play when you was kids and she played Pretty Princess. That's what that shit is. You understand? This shit is warfare out here. And we got to be prepared at all times for this shit, man. Like, Bill Cosby lost sight of that. He thought he was white. He was walking around seeing all his white friends rape bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These white bitches and
That's
shit.
A good damn point.
You know
because you can't do the same stuff that you see them do. It's a scripture that says if an iron vessel smashes into a clay vessel, you know what I'm saying? I'm paraphrasing, but which one of them's gonna be broke?
You damn right.
The clay. We the clay vessel.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? They the iron. That's why you know, black people that have white friends, right? They white friends get a wild hair up their ass and decide they want to go do a damn robbery. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They decide they want to do a damn robbery and everything. You with them. You know what I'm saying? What's going to happen with that? How's that going to go?
That's lucky. I'll take this one, sir.
Go ahead.
The white friend gets probation where your goofy ass get 30.
Yeah, you're ready to get 30 goddamn years. You know what I'm saying?
The white man, he got a name and the judge don't want to embarrass it. You know, he got a bright future ahead of him. But nigga, you goofy ass nigga, You should have knew better than to do some shit like that.
Right.
You come from a distorted background, and it could be your first offense, goddammit, but you still got a history of violence because you black.
Yeah, I had a buddy that thought he had a white friend. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was right, and he had 9 ounces of crack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The white dude had 9 ounces of powder.
Right.
When the police kicked the goddamn door in, they charged him with
18.
They charged him with that. He got hit with all of it.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? We ain't supposed to be with them.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Damn all of that, you know.
So look, like I don't know how many people seen The Grill with Jim Johanna, but he at the end of it he brought out the story about that white devil bitch talking to the cops. It was a totally different scenario. You know what I'm saying? She was disrespecting the cops, cussing them out. Right. Fuck you. Now I'm a concerned parent. These is Harvard soon to be graduates, and one goes to Yale, one goes to Harvard. Like, them is not our people. You can't do what they do. You talk to the cops like that and see what happens.
Right.
You know what I mean? How dare you? I mean, you ain't even got to say shit to the cops.
Right.
They pull up, hop out, and shoot you. Officer Markaboff brought out a story about how the goddamn cop shot through the goddamn windshield. The cop did a goddamn drive-by just to kill a nigga.
Right.
I watched that, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You ain't equal with them in they goddamn kingdom.
Damn right.
Just like they ain't gonna be equal with yours.
Goddamn right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Get that through your heads, man.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Damn all of that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga met white people that was cool in the past and everything, but understand something, that's your goddamn enemy, man.
Damn right.
I don't give a damn how cool y'all were and all of that, that's still your damn enemy. And your problem is, niggas' problem is we don't love our nation, we don't love our race. That's the problem.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's it in a nutshell. And we quick to try and embrace some damn body else, but we'll come up with some stupid ass philosophy against other damn black people.
Right.
But you won't have a philosophy against no other damn race.
Damn right.
Instead, you sit there, your dumb ass talk about how cool they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't all white people, sir. It wasn't all white people.
Yeah, exactly. But when you talk something about blacks, if I sit there and say, yeah, blacks be robbing niggas. Yeah, niggas always robbing niggas.
It don't even matter what
no
side
nigga come up and say, no, not all black people.
Yeah.
Not all blacks.
Instead, they tell you it don't matter what side of town, man. That shit goes down in everywhere in the hood. Every hood, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's what they gonna do.
They ain't gonna sit there and separate, you know what I'm saying? No, see, this kind of blacks don't do that.
So, like,
you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
One more point real quick, sir, before we get into these scriptures. Like, my thing is this. Now, we didn't heard the stories about Donald Trump being brought up on the same charges as Bill Cosby, Kevin Spacey, Matt Lauer, and all these shit. The Christian goddamn church, these white pastors. We done heard the stories. How many of them white devils have got convicted? Oh, wait. Exactly. None. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they all been raping the same white bitches that Bill Cosby was raping. You know what I'm saying? The same heathen nation. You know what I'm saying? But Bill Cosby, you know the difference between them devils and Bill Cosby? Bill Cosby is not a fucking heathen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's supposed to be the tribe of Judah, which means he's supposed to conduct and carry himself under the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
Right.
If he didn't know he was a nigga before, guess what? He knows now.
Right.
Just like Kanye, bitch ass, lucky my language. He don't know he's a nigga right now. He forgot he was a nigga. He forgot he was that nigga through the wire and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Wait till he get his money right. Pretty soon he gonna wait till he get his life back right, because they about to destroy that boy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Most High is gonna destroy that boy.
Yeah, what's up on that thing with Kanye? Well, that's the next topic right there. Go ahead, elaborate more on that, boy.
Man, like I didn't even read it, but I've been seeing it all over social media. This nigga said that slavery was a choice, apparently. You know what I'm saying? The Most High didn't have nothing to do with it, according to Kanye. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We decided to just be slaves. We decided.
We decided that we was gonna be thrown on slave ships.
Right.
And Buke and Bomick and P and Dewey and all of that.
Right.
We just decided.
We decided that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like he decided to turn and
4-month voyages setting in shit.
Right. Just like he decided to forget that the white man was the devil. Remember young Kanye, President Bush don't care about white people?
Right.
If he say that about Bush, but in the same breath turn around and say Donald Trump is making America great again, that lets you know, man. Like I'm not big on conspiracy theories, but you know everybody be running around talking about this nigga clone, that nigga clone. Hey, that's a Kanye clone.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
but
that's the real Kanye.
They ain't got a clone niggas.
Damn right.
They ain't got a clone niggas.
Right.
All they have to do is threaten that goddamn cheese.
Right.
That's all they got to do. They threaten that cheese and threaten you with jail time. Your ass will become you'll become a clone inside your own goddamn body. They ain't got to double your ass. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to make a body double your ass. You're really talking about clone right inside your own goddamn place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't standing up, if you don't really stand for nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Right. These niggas choose money over righteousness, man. You know what I'm saying? Money over righteousness. What kind of coward is that?
They ain't got to clone niggas, man.
Yeah, these niggas will sell out for 20 cents and change nowadays, man.
Right.
And like that nigga Kanye, and I was never a Kanye fan. Don't get me twisted like I'm mad at a nigga or something. Like I ain't mad at the nigga because I never gave a fuck about Kanye to begin with. I always thought he was bitch made. You know what I'm saying? Me personally. You know what I'm saying? Like I always thought he was a bitch made nigga, me personally. You know what I'm saying? He always had that feminine spirit on him to me. Maybe I was the only nigga to see it, maybe not. But what he's doing now don't surprise me by far.
Right.
Not by far.
What's that whole deal with him wearing that goddamn Donald Trump hat and all of that? You know,
he's supporting him. That's his nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And if anybody wonders whether the white man is the nation of Edom or not, right?
Right. Now,
look at the color of the goddamn hat. The name Edom means red.
Right.
Why do you think they picked that color?
Damn right, because they know.
For something that goes up on your head. You see what I'm saying? Why do you think they picked that color?
Damn right. Because they know who they are.
Right.
White devil know who they are.
And they know that their time is short. And they here to instate their dominance on the earth. Is what they trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
So lucky, sir.
Go ahead.
I would. Like the white man knows who the fuck he is on the face of this planet. He knows his history. He knows who he came from. All that. Why do you think who has manipulated history? Who has manipulated history through the face of this planet? He's made black people a study. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
He's made you a study. The nation of Israel is a study. In order for certain teachers to even get certain certain titles in college and shit, they have to study how to debunk any truth that comes across their table.
Right. Do all types of trickery and craftiness and all of that.
It's to the point when something comes out that's authentic, they just say act like they didn't see it. Yeah, this has Hebrew on it, but it's fake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It has Hebrew on it, but it's fake.
And whoever bring it out, somebody, bring it out or whatever, they'll make them look like they did with that guy Glenn Beck.
Right.
They took his job from him.
Yeah,
they ran him into the goddamn caves.
Damn right.
Seriously, they ran his ass into the caves. Glenn Beck, when he came out with that stone that the native Indians had that was written in Hebrew, that was that guy Glenn Beck. You know what I'm saying? They ran his ass, you know what I'm saying?
Straight up out of there.
Right.
He was barred from white society.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His scientific studies no longer meant anything. Everything that he's ever put out was voided out. You know what I'm saying? They made that boy disappear.
Yeah, they sure the hell did.
Stop selling his books. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He trying to come out with some type of little show or something, a little radio show or something. Hell, I ain't heard much from that lately either.
They shut that shit down.
Yeah, they shut that down. Go ahead.
That's because them fake ass Jews got in the middle of that. It was like, you trying to expose us.
Right. You showing that, the native Indians are Israelites, they gonna link up with them black niggas. And you know what I'm saying?
And so lucky, sir, if I would. But if you ever seen a native Indian and how they dress, how do they dress? They have fringes on them.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
And they dwell in boots. As the scripture said that the children of Israel should do.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying?
With fringes on them motherfuckers.
Right. He got fringes on the goddamn boots.
Damn right.
Yeah. Let's get into some scripture right quick, though. Let's go to Isaiah 28:15.
Already there, sir. Isaiah 28:15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
Have made a covenant with what?
With death. death.
With death. You make a covenant with the white man, you making a covenant with death.
Damn
Now,
right.
as a matter of fact, when it said you're making a covenant with death, I want to couple that with something that I ain't in my list. But Revelations, when it says death and hell followed him, and with the 4 horsemen. I want to go into that one right quick. Hold that right there. Go into that. I want to go into another phone. You can type it up on Google or something. Just look and death and hell followed him.
Okay.
You know, to quote the words,
Okay.
and it shows show the scripture. Google, do it with Google.
Yeah.
Google's better than Blue Letter.
Okay.
The white man's the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Damn right.
The white man, I'm gonna say it one more time. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And we're gonna show and prove all of that as this man's holding that note right there. We're gonna couple it with something.
I ain't mad at you.
And death and hell.
Right. The death and hell followed him.
All right.
And that Kanye West, these celebrities, man, you can't sit there and look for celebrities to be your leaders. You can't do that. The court jesters never rise up as king. That doesn't happen in any kingdom or any empire. And see, the problem with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we don't understand kingdoms and empires and stuff like that. We've been so long without a kingdom, we don't even know what the hell, you know what I'm saying? We rather see a black man as kings, right? And we don't even know we don't even know the duty of a king.
Right.
You know what? When the sister call you a king, well, sisters call me king. You know, when I be on Facebook, because I'm off of it now, but when I was on Facebook or whatever, they call me king and all of that. They don't even know what the hell a king even is.
Right.
What is the king's responsibility? You
Right.
see what I'm saying? They think the king's responsibility is just to look good and stunning.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Just have a big cash, you know what I'm saying, Jews and all that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then just serve the woman and you are king.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That king was called Ahab.
Right.
That's what they try to push you in the bed for real. Go ahead, but give me that scripture though.
All right, you want me to read 15 again?
Did you get that? No.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. 15 again and go ahead and go into that.
All right. Isaiah 28:15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
Have made a covenant with death, right?
Right.
Who is the minister of death on the earth?
The white man.
Yeah. So when it said it made a covenant with death, it made a covenant with who?
The white man.
With a covenant with the white man.
Yeah,
You see
right.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what it means to make a covenant with death. That's the reason why all your Christian churches look like they got them headstones of they look like graves. Who's over them?
The white man.
The stones and graves. You see what I'm saying? You see the big churches, they made of them big stones, just like what the white man had, you know what I'm saying, in the Caucasus Mountains, right?
Damn right.
And also, too, the white man is known for being a caveman. Caves is also where people got buried at, right?
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? Caves is also where people, they cold and dark and wet, and people were buried in them. Where was Abraham buried at? A cave.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Caves have also always been linked with death.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's the reason why you go into the Christian churches and all of that. That's why the openings of the Christian churches look like the mouth of a cave.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's shaped like that.
Damn
You know what I'm saying? And you go in and you got like in the cave, you got this big room. Go in.
That's a lot key. And like in the key example of that is the Vatican. Like if you ever seen the inside of the Vatican, like man, that looks like the mouth of a serpent. I mean,
Right.
white man is the goddamn devil. Like it looked like the mouth of a serpent for real.
Right.
Like just Google it. That's all you got to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We know this because we got books on this shit here in the UPK.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
the brothers
right.
in the world, Google it. Google
Right.
the entrance of the fucking Vatican, and you will see that goddamn Vatican looks like a serpent's mouth.
Right. And you look at any monument, any of the great church structures, and they
Right.
look like that. They look like a mountain You know what I'm saying?
Hell, even the Lincoln Memorial, even in Washington. All that shit look like caves.
Yeah, you go downtown. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That stuff is like it's chiseled right out of the stone. You go downtown in any major city or hell, even smaller cities.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn
you see the pillar, everything look like it's cave. It looks just like the great monument in Petra.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The same goddamn architecture.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing, and all of this stuff has to do with depth. That's the reason why the Christian churches look like the goddamn headstones and everything in the cemetery.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn right. So.
It looks like just like it. And then you see where the rich people were buried at, you know what I'm saying, in the cemetery, and it looks just like a little bitty church.
Right. And so lucky if I would, and they even say up under the Vatican is what? A cemetery. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I wonder whose bones was in there.
Yeah, exactly. That's where they bury the old chomos. You know what I'm saying? I refuse to call them priests and prophets, them white devils. You know what I'm saying? That's where they bury the old child molesters at. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm starting to kind of think though.
Probably got
Hebrews down there.
Yeah,
Prophets.
Salaki,
Right.
Salaki. Now, I have heard that. Now, what they say, this is what the white devils say. The other white devils that swear up and down, they love black people and try to expose the truth. You know what I'm saying? They say that they do have the Hebrew bones down there and certain things that
catacombs.
Exactly. Like the truth, like that. Why do you think nobody's allowed in there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They've never allowed anybody in there. Now they're supposed to have the biggest library in the world, but yet still their citizens can't even read the books in there. You know what I'm saying? Why is that? Or it's only meant for the popes and the popes to be in all that little gay ass congregation that they got going on over there. Them was the only people allowed in there. You know what I'm saying? And they claim to have some of the oldest books in the world. And guess what else they speak over there? They speak Hebrew. Why are they speaking Hebrew? Because the books are written in what? Hebrew.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So all of these people that sit there talking about, the Bible was changed so many times.
Right.
It was not changed so many goddamn times. See, the white man knows that he has to have the original.
Damn right.
If something's not the original, it loses its goddamn value.
Damn
you see
right.
what I'm saying? So they all of that stuff that they got in the Vatican is intact. It's well intact.
Damn right.
And they have security around it. They have cases around it and armed guards around those things.
Damn right.
You don't arm guard no goddamn counterfeit. You don't do that.
If I would, one more thing. That's why they operate as a sovereign nation within the United States of America. They operate independently from the rest of the world and the country, just like Washington, D.C. is a sovereign nation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for those who don't know what sovereign nation means, it means separate. That means if a crime happens down in the Vatican, we won't know about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We won't know about it. If a motherfucker actually got murdered in the White House, it's very few and far in between that if we find out about it. You get what I'm saying? The white man is the goddamn devil, and he's going to keep all that shit internal.
Right. Goddamn right. Yeah, go ahead. Read that again.
Revelations or Isaiah?
No, Isaiah.
Isaiah 28:15. Because he have said, we have a covenant with death.
Covenant with the white man. Go ahead. Give me the Revelations.
Revelations. It's going to be Revelations. It'll be Revelations 6 and 8. Revelations 6 and 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death.
Oh.
And hell followed with him.
Who was his hands? Who's the hands of this rider on the horse?
The white man.
Right. Because when you spread democracy all over the earth, right?
Right.
What are you spreading?
You're spreading lies and deceit.
No. What are you spreading?
You're spreading death.
What we talking, right. That's what you're spreading. Because when you spread to a nation, you say no, you don't hit them in war and all of that, and then you start pushing dope and and weed and whores,
right.
And go ahead.
America's version of freedom.
Right.
So
which means what? Death.
Right.
To the people that embrace it.
We
right?
came to murder the shit out of you, and then we're going to tell you we love you and don't fight back.
Right.
We're
and
all
they're going to
saying
be
that.
way more. You can recover. You go to war, somebody come in, they kick your ass and everything. You can recover from that. You know what I'm saying? But when they can give you their goddamn philosophy, you're going to play hell trying to recover and get out of that.
Damn right.
And you know what's going to happen with your society? Your society is going to start to descend into the pit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Just like all the nations and everything that followed behind Sodom and Gomorrah and all that,
right.
They were brought into, you know what I'm saying, brought down also.
Damn
you see what I'm saying? That's almost like symbolizing, you know, the rider on the horse that brought death. And the wages of sin is what?
Death.
You see what I'm saying? So what's being brought?
Death.
Sin.
Damn right.
That's right.
Which causes death.
Damn right.
That's
See
right.
what I'm saying?
That's why America, Salaki, sir, if I would, that's why America tells you that, you know what I'm saying, pork is the other white meat. Crib, shrimp, and lobster is a delicacy. You know what I'm saying? Look, you can be gay. You can be gay all you want to. You can dyke it out. It's an alternative lifestyle. That's why it tells you that you can do what you want to do. Listen, let me tell you something about doing what you want to do. When in the history of humankind was you ever told that you can do what you want to do? When has your parents ever told you as a child that you can do what you want to do? When?
Right.
When? Well, I got news for you. The Most High who is he? He's your father. And as a child of the Most High, you're supposed to do what you're instructed to do. You know what I'm saying? Damn the white man, goddamn the white man and his philosophy telling you you can do this and do that. Who's more important? The white man or the Most High?
Right.
That's as simple as that. That's how you got to look at this shit.
Right.
Who's more important? The white man or the Most High? You know what I'm saying?
If you're a child, parents told you you can do whatever you want to do, you know what you're going to do? You're going to run out in the middle of that street and get hit by a goddamn car.
Goddamn right.
That's what's going to happen with you.
Goddamn right.
You see what I'm saying? So when somebody's an adult, right?
Right.
And you're a leader over them, and you tell them pretty much you can do what you want to do, what are they going to do?
Right.
They're going to go out there, they're going to get AIDS.
Damn right. What parent has ever told their child that? In the history of the parenting, you can do whatever you want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you love your child, you would never, ever tell them some filth like that. If you love a people, you would never, ever tell them some filth like that. That's how you know the white man don't love you. That right there is proof enough. For the white man to tell you that you can do whatever you want to do, and your dumb ass believe it, you've been trying it for the last 400 years to do what you want to do.
Go ahead,
and you've been getting murdered and killed ever since.
That's the true meaning of profanity. When that's the true meaning of profanity. When you profane the word of God, like to each his own, to the homosexuals, and
right.
You know, you ain't got to keep no laws and.
But see, here's the thing, right? But when he's laying on his deathbed in some hospital, some damn where with tubes all in his nose.
Who is he praying to?
Right, and he's only not only that, but he's weighing like 80 pounds when he used to weigh 220, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The same people that told him that he can do whatever it is he want to do, where they gonna be at?
Damn right.
Can anybody tell me where they gonna
Nowhere to be found?
Right, they're not gonna be there. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They're not going to be at his hospital because they know that he fell behind their counsel.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
They going to be on Facebook talking about prayers.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Damn
Fleeing
right.
from him and standing afar. Just like what demons do.
Damn
When you done messed up too goddamn much, you know what I'm saying? Like with Antiochus, Epiphanes, you know what I'm saying? The demon was on him and left. You know what I'm saying?
They're
They're
right.
like, see ya. After all of their counsel, you know what I'm saying?
So like,
Yeah.
and that's the heavy point that you bring out, man, about them demons and how they will, you know what I'm saying, the second that you going downhill will jump ship. Like the white man is the goddamn devil, the Bible speaks of, man. Like, he didn't even put this shit in the movie for you motherfuckers to see.
Right.
Everybody can think of a movie where they was watching a demon jump from host to host.
Right. The movie was Shining.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. Once that host ain't no good, no goddamn more, then he got to go to something else.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like after, a demon can't be in a dead body.
Damn right.
It's no use to him.
Damn
you see what I'm saying? So he gonna go somebody else. You see what I'm saying? To a living host.
Damn right. Damn right.
So that's the same thing the Christian pastor did.
So lucky. The movie The Exorcist. You know what I'm saying? The goddamn demons at the end of the movie jumped in the dude. You know what I'm saying? That girl was no more good. I mean, this is what they do. This shit is spiritual.
So think about it. Why is your Christian pastor imitating the same thing that a demon's gonna do?
Damn right.
He'll tell your woman, girl, you can get better than that. You can get a better nigga than him.
Right.
He ain't right. You mean to tell me he's not letting up the toilet seat when he pees?
Right.
How dare he?
But you trying to tell me that you're making more money than him?
You see what I'm saying? You making more money than him? How do you call himself a man when you making $60,000 and he's making $30,000?
Right.
How can he call himself a man? Look what I got. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, she's like, So if she don't start screwing the pastor, right? She starts screwing somebody else. You see what I'm saying? Somebody on her job that's even seemingly more successful than she is. She starts screwing him. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Her husband found out about it. Now he's done with her. Now she's crying and snotting and all of that, right?
Right.
She go back to that same damn pastor. That pastor, he don't want to deal with it. He ain't answering calls no more.
Right.
Like what?
They kicked her out the church.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, he ain't gonna kick her out because she makes $60,000 a year.
Yeah, he'll act like he don't know what she's talking about.
He'll keep her. He ain't gonna kick her out. You know what I'm saying? She pays too much money. You know what I'm saying? But then let the Lord start to deal with her. She lose that goddamn $60,000. $60,000 a year job,
right?
Such and such, and the Lord started to break her down. You know what I'm saying? Then that Christian pastor, what's he gonna do? He gonna flee.
Right. So, like you said, I don't want to go too far off subject, but one question, and this is for people online too. It was a story, man. It's probably about two years ago at the max. It was a pastor that was sleeping with a man's wife, right?
Right.
The man found wind about it and confronted the pastor, and the pastor killed him.
I remember, I remember that.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. His brother with a Hispanic name. He was a black Ephraimite brother of that.
Right. That just goes to show you how wicked these guys are. This brother came to confront the pastor about his
And where does all of that counsel, that, woman thou lose counsel, where does that go?
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
More scriptures.
Counsel. White man is the goddamn devil in the Bible.
That's right. What we're going to start to go into now. Okay. Yeah, let's go into celebrities. We're going to spend about 5-10 minutes on celebrities that know that they're Israelites.
Right.
As I was saying before, you got the celebrities out there that know that they're Israelites. You see what I'm saying? Young man some rapper, you know what I'm saying?
Kendrick Lamar,
yeah,
talking about.
Yeah. That said that he know that he's an Israelite and all of that. Or he said some stuff and know that he's an Israelite. And, a lot of people is gamed up off of that. You know what I'm saying? They think, he's in the truth.
Remember when y'all destroyed Waka Flocka?
Right.
He knows the truth. You know what I'm saying? He knows a variation of the truth. He knows all the way UBK'd out, but he knows he's not no African. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He knows his bloodline. He can trace his bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Right. Kendrick Lamar knows he's an Israelite. But Salaki, not to cut you off, sir, but it ain't enough just to know. You know what I'm saying? You know what happened when I found out that I was an Israelite? I joined the ISUPK.
Right. That's a power move. You see what I'm saying?
The second I found out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Officer Tarak can attest to that. You know what I'm saying? He's my witness right here. The second he told me I was an Israelite, I was in classes the next week. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Learning this truth. Living this truth. And my old life didn't matter no more. You know what I'm saying? Only thing that mattered was my people and being in this truth and representing this truth.
Right. You know what? And that's the great thing about being convinced of this truth, because you start to move in power. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
You know, when you're serious about it. You see what I'm saying? People that just know and they're just sitting on it and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
You know, that's not good. You see what I'm saying?
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Salaki. And here's what I equate it to. You know what I'm saying? That's just like knowing that you rich, but you don't do anything about receiving what comes with being rich. Right. I know I got $1 billion that's coming to me, but I'm not about to go out and get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to ask these people for my money. That's too much work. You know what I'm saying? That's what I equate this to. When I found out that I was a prince of the power, guess what? I want everything that comes with being a prince of the power. You know what I'm saying? I want white slaves. You know what I'm saying? I want to beat they back. And if and I'm gonna do the work of the Most High and make sure I wake up as many people as I can until he comes back, and then we gonna take over. And that's what we gonna do. So lucky not to get off subject. So
right.
A little bit heated about that. Knowing you an Israelite ain't enough.
Right.
Knowing that it ain't enough. What you gonna do about it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You ain't off topic. You know what I'm saying? Celebrities that know that they Israelites, they're not making that power move.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? You know why? Because they know, you know.
They still got to come in with the white man.
Right, exactly.
They got that white man.
Yeah, go ahead and read that part again.
Come. Isaiah 28:15. Because he have said, we have made a covenant with death.
Right. On that.
And with hell are we at agreement.
The pale horse again.
Revelations 6:8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him.
Hell followed with him. What does that mean? Destruction followed with him.
Damn right.
Who is the hands of that rider on the pale horse?
The white man, who is the devil the Bible speaks of, sir.
Right. Now, let's go ahead, go back to 28:15. There's any more on.
28, Isaiah 28:15. Because he have said, we have made a covenant with death and hell. We at agreement with the following. With overflowing surge shall pass through.
Wait a minute. Say when the overflowing surge shall take your time.
Come.
Where?
Isaiah 28:15. Because he have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement with the overflowing surge.
When the overflowing surge
shall pass through, it shall not come unto us.
Oh, now you know why like Kanye West and all that is with Trump, and all of them Christian pastors and all that siding with Trump,
right.
because they know that hell's going to hop down on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and they like, well, when it come through, we's gonna be all right.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So
that's what they think, boy.
Like Samuel Jackson and Django. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
You know that's what they think. We's gonna be all right.
You know what I'm saying? They the house niggas.
Right.
Thinking they got some type of special agreement with the white devil. You know what I'm saying? But in the end, the white devil's gonna kill him anyway.
Right. And not even if the white devil, the Lord is gonna hit him, or the Lord will use the white devil to get him. If he don't use that, then he'll get him himself.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
I was saying, like, Garvey made a comment to somebody. He was talking to somebody about when people like to bring up slavery and.
I remember that. Right.
Yeah, I mean,
he said he don't give a damn about it.
Yeah, he just say,
I don't give a damn about slavery.
Yeah, I just tell him I don't give a damn about slavery. I don't care to hear about none of that. You know, and just keep moving.
And see, let me let y'all in on a secret.
Oh, make my skin crawl.
Let me let y'all in on a secret. When celebrities lose the support of black people, they lose the support of white people. That's what we don't understand.
Damn right.
We think you totally lose if you totally lose the support of black people, you're gonna get the support of white people. Bullshit.
So lucky, sir, if I would.
That's why they're using them. It's for you.
Right.
Not for they goddamn self. Right. Go ahead.
So lucky, if what you said is real heavy, like man, a motherfucking Superman couldn't lift this shit. It's so goddamn heavy. You know what I'm saying? Because white people don't care about shit unless black people care about it. You know
right. That's our influence. Understand something.
You are the salt of the earth.
Hey, you all right?
Charlie was.
Oh, good. Some bananas, young man. Oh, damn. Man, I should have got some bananas. You need a banana.
Yeah, stretch this shit out,
bro.
boy.
Yeah, stretch it out. You probably want to sit down while you stretch it out if you can.
Yeah, you just prop your leg up on that table right there, boy.
Yeah. Just prop your leg up on the table and just stretch out that way if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start keeping.
Yeah, see, that warrior with that Charlie horse make a nigga. I gotta stretch before I cut out. Goddamn, I refuse. I ain't laughing at you. I'm laughing with you, warrior.
Could you get your leg up on the table? You think you could, or is it too bad?
I don't think I should stand up straight.
No, I'm saying like if you can't sit down,
just
your leg
hold
up.
it out as much as you can.
Yeah.
Hold it for as long as you can. You know what I'm saying? And it'll probably, snap back. It'll be,
Right. Yeah, put the motherfucker up on that table. So yeah. That's a lot, kid, for wood, sir. But like what you were saying, you know what I'm saying? Like if black celebrities lose their power from like if we stop supporting these black celebrities, they go downhill. The white man, like anything that the white man doesn't have a use for, he kills or gets rid of. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Right. That's powerful that you said that because see, we are the thing that hold black celebrities up.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
They lose our support. The white man will have no use for them because that's the only reason why he was using them in the first place. Go ahead.
So, Rocky, one more thing. If you look at these black celebrities, like Steve Harvey, coon-ass Steve Harvey, when he was first on the come up, who was he appealing to? Us, the black culture, right? He was king of the comedy. He was the Steve Harvey show, talking about black things that go on in the black neighborhood and shit. And the second that white people was like, man, this nigga can control black people. This nigga can relate to black. What did he start doing? He immediately started on that white people shit.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? This happens all across the board with every single solitary celebrity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the ones that don't happen with, you see their life story crumble in front of you, like Cat Williams. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the difference between a real nigga like Cat Williams and a coon sellout like Steve Harvey. Right. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's another reason why, just like the scriptures say, if you lukewarm, the Lord will spew you out. Right? So does the devil.
Damn right.
You lukewarm, the devil will spew your ass out too.
Damn right. That's how you think I got the UPK.
Right. You got to choose what side you're going to be on. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
The devil will do the same thing that the Lord would do. You lukewarm with the devil, he'll spew your ass out too.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying?
You don't hate niggas enough.
Right.
That's going to be his mentality.
Right.
You ain't got that hatred for niggas in your heart.
Right.
I can't do nothing with you. I need 100% cooperation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like the Lord needs.
He doesn't settle for anything less. Satan doesn't settle for anything less than 100%, just like the Lord don't settle for anything under 100%. You see what I'm saying? If you lukewarm, you can get spewed out by both. And it's a saying that if you straddle the fence, you catch fire from both sides.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? That's an old saying right there. You know what I'm saying? That's something to be considered. You see what I'm saying? All right. Now let's get into some more scriptures right quick.
Sir.
Sisters. Give me Micah chapter 7 and verse 5.
No Micah for sure?
No, Micah in the scripture. needed to be topped up. Might need something for this. It need to be topped up.
We're going into Micah's, I got it, Micah, number 60. Man, this is one of the ones we barely even touched on. All right, you said a Micah 11 and what, sir?
Micah 7.
7.
Right.
I'm there for you, sir. 7 and 1, sir.
7 and 5. Hold on for a second. Let me go ahead and.
Let's get 7 and 5. Micah, 7 and 5. Trust ye not in a friend.
Wait a minute, hold on. Let me get there.
Okay.
Go ahead and teach right quick.
Okay.
So I get there.
The white man is the.
Break that point out again and pick it up.
Like in the movie, The Matrix, and every time they went inside the Matrix world, Morpheus would tell the one that any one of these people could be a potential enemy. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Like the difference between conscious being in the truth and in the world.
Damn right.
Right.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? And some of the people, and sometimes it don't happen immediately. Sometimes it happens gradually over time.
That's right.
Because see, what's actually happening is, and some of these people are people that claim to be in the truth themselves. They know they're Israel and all of that too. And you're thinking, man, if I could get this brother in the UPK, man, he's gonna be strong.
Right.
Yeah, he's gonna be powerful. He's gonna be strong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
but
like,
as time goes by, go ahead.
To elaborate on what you were saying, like I had a warrior like that, man, that I'll be trying to bring into the truth. And you know, I stopped being that you told me, like, hey, look, if he gonna come, he gonna come. But hey, don't be trying to bring this word. He know the truth. You to spit it on him. It's up to him now. So you know what I'm saying? And he knows what lies if he don't. So you know what I'm saying? I quit trying to work. Hey, look, I got work to do. I can't be worried about you.
Right.
You know the truth. You know who the enemy is. Now, is you gonna put that blunt down and start getting this truth, attending these classes, putting in that brick, or is you gonna keep smoking weed, talk about I know I'm Israel and I know the white man the devil. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right, go ahead, Will.
The biggest fear I know is change. You know, you have to change and, you know, be born again, you know, and they just ain't ready to let go of all that. Birthdays.
I don't think that's the biggest
Yeah,
fear.
that's not the biggest spirit, boy.
You think so?
Yeah, because I had a friend, you know, myself, I had a couple of friends that was actually supposed to be in the school with me.
Right.
They changed. They were doing certain things. They were selling dope, and they stopped.
Right.
They stopped selling dope. You know what I'm saying? They stopped, you know, stopped smoking weed. They stopped all of that. Just couldn't make the move to come inside the ISUPK.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They stopped. And you know what they actually did? They went on to some fake Israelite group.
About to say.
You know what I'm saying? Or went to try and be a teacher themselves and try to start their own group. Or don't know what the hell to do. You know what I'm saying? They just out there.
They pulled a quilt.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They just out there going in all different directions like a goddamn ship. You know what I'm saying? Tossed to and fro in the
like
storm.
the devil.
You know what I'm saying?
Up and down, to and fro.
And they just stopped the stuff that they were doing. They stopped smoking weed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They stopped, you know, selling dope. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They stopped those things. But never could bring themselves to take it to that next level.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a sad thing to see that shit happen. You know what I'm saying?
It really is, man. You know what I'm saying? And Salaki, if I would, real quick, not to get too far off subject, but that's one thing that I had to learn coming into this truth. You got to be prepared to let people go. You know what I'm saying? You got to be prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's thing that I give credit to Captain Kapash and Officer Tarak for, man. Officer Naprathazai, you know what I'm saying? All my other ones, man. Like they prepared me to be ready to let go of the world. You know what I'm saying? That I used to live in. Kids, mother, brother, father, everybody all about this truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got to be ready to do, man. Brothers I used to have love for in the world, I still got that same love for them. But I can't let that love interfere with what I'm doing now. Because, you know what I'm saying, real love is to uphold these laws, statutes, and commandments. And that's what I got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I got to lead by example, if nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Like, to my brothers in the world, if I can do it, anybody can.
That's
And
right.
that's the mentality that you got to have.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, give me that 7 and 5.
Come. Micah. Did I say that right, sir?
Right.
Micah 7 and 5. Trust ye not in a friend.
Right.
Put ye not confidence in a God.
Right.
Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
From what? Who?
That lieth in thy bosom.
Go say that part again. Take it slow. You know what I'm saying?
Micah 7 and 5. Trust ye not in a friend. Put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
Who lies in your bosom?
Your rib.
Yeah.
Right. And it say what?
It said keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
This part of the segment, this part of the class is going to be about brotherhood.
Yeah, I'm right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a lucky if I would.
Go ahead.
That sounds like Pillow talking to me.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised of how much brotherhood is destroyed by that.
Off of Pillow talking.
Seriously. You think, brotherhood is destroyed, when certain little things is attacking it, you know what I'm saying, out in the street, such and such is destroyed. That's not the chief thing that's destroying it. You think, it's destroyed because, see, this went down in the school and such and such and such, and you think that's what's destroying the brotherhood. Bullshit. Let's give me that shit again.
Micah 7 and 5. Trust ye not in a friend.
Give me that second part. Don't worry about that one. We do that. Give me that
Keep
part.
the doors of the mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
Now, check this out. Let me tell you how this stuff happens, right?
Right.
She done bet you good. She done screwed you good.
Damn right.
See what I'm saying? You feeling good. You laid back. Y'all in the bed. TV's on, watching something. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, she tell you something that she think about one of the brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She tell you something that she think, yeah, brother such and such. You feeling good. You at a weak point. You relax. You feeling good.
See, I think brother such and such using you.
Yeah, you might not come that strong, but it'll be something real subtle.
Right.
That's why you always gotta check your reel.
That's right.
You gotta hear that stuff, and you just can't lay on that shit. You just can't just be like, okay, I didn't hear that shit.
Right.
Because you're afraid to argue with her. Check her ass. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. She could be laid, y'all could be laid back, and y'all sitting, bull or whatever, and y'all chilling, you know what I'm saying? And I got y'all holding hands, and y'all like doing this shit with y'all's thumbs.
You silly, man.
Really though. Y'all like kissing shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when your ass get ready to get hit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You think that's when you in battle and shit, you think that's the time where you get ready to get, no, your ass get ready to get hit at that time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Because you weakest at that time.
Like you said, you done ate good, got screwed good.
Yeah, you ate good, got screwed good, you got all your beers and everything that you like.
Movie
You know
on,
what
you
I'm saying?
just laid back.
She done made you buffalo chicken and and potato wedges, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Y'all sitting back, you feeling good. Your brother sitting down here, y'all holding hands and shit. Y'all just doing a little thumb thing and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're going to get hit.
Damn right.
And then it's not going to be a hard hit. It's going to be a little slight subtle hit. It won't show up on your radar that good.
So like, real quick, like when you breaking that down, man, that just makes me think about that story in the Bible, man, with Samson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Exactly. And what is it? Right? And you at your weakest moment.
You know what I'm saying? She goes, "Do you not love me?"
Right. Yeah. Satan in your woman's ear. Your woman in your ear. You see what I'm saying? You are in the weaker position at that time. You laid back, you know what I'm saying? All your balls is drained and you know what I'm saying? You sat back, you feeling giggity good, you know what I'm saying? You know, you sat back chilling and everything. You know, that's when it's gonna happen. That's when, brother such and such. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's gonna be a small little tap. You know what I'm saying? Where it happens a lot of the time.
Right.
It'll be a little small tap. Yeah, brother, he's such and such. He's such and such. This and that. And you ain't even checking you like. Okay. At that time, you should be angry and check her ass at that time. But no, you gonna do that.
Right. What you should be saying, Salaki, sir, if I would, you should be checking your rib, not these exact words, but to each their own. Bitch, why do you got that nigga on your mind anyway?
Right.
You know
exactly.
Bitch, why
that should come into your goddamn mind.
That's what I want.
That should come into your mind.
You know
why the hell you thinking about him?
The fuck wrong with you?
Right, we just got through fucking. You gonna think about another nigga while we just, hold up.
What the fuck on your mind, bitch?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These are the things I need to know.
Right. You thinking about him. We just got through just tossing, turning up some terrible, you know what I'm saying, and having a good ass time. Your ass thinking about this nigga.
On this shit, bitch, you go spray up another nigga?
Right.
Bitch, what's up with your friend Keisha, bitch? You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Right. But, you need to check out why the hell is she thinking about him?
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? Because let me let you in on a little something. Your woman don't want you in rulership.
Right. Damn right.
Right.
She's keeping it real. She doesn't want you on the top. You see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
She has a safety net. That safety net is a society that we're living in right now. That's her safety net.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
She fall out with you. She falls back to that safety net where she was raised in that type of comfort. You see what I'm saying? Because with her, a lot of things is about comfort. She doesn't like being uncomfortable. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And she damn sure don't like the thought of your black ass being in rulership.
Over her.
Right.
You can be in rulership, just not over her.
Not only over her, but not over the white man either.
Damn right.
So what is she gonna do? The demons are on her that she's married to. It's gonna try and bust up the brotherhood.
Damn right.
It's gonna try and get you to talk about other brothers with her, or let her talk about other brothers, and you just sit there like this and not say nothing about it. You see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
You're gonna sit back like this. Because, and then she done sat there and injected in you an envy against that brother, and you ain't even really got no envy, no reason to even envy that brother.
Damn right.
You ain't got no, but she done injected that in you. Just like the Edomite doctors, when they want to mess you up real good, they hit you with that needle.
Right.
They hit you with the flu. You ain't never had the flu before.
Right.
But they giving it to you.
Salaki, that's a heavy point. But in order the vaccine, in order to keep you from getting the flu, they got to give it to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What kind of filth
And
is
if
that?
you never had it before, it's not building up an immunity. Actually, what it's doing is tearing down your immunity.
And it will kill you.
And you're a man that's never had envy against your art against your brothers. You always roll tough with your brothers. And that pillow talk, she done injected you and done shot that in your ass.
Right. And Salaki, brothers in the world and in the Christian church know exactly what we talking about. Because you the bitch ass niggas who won't check her.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? You the bitch ass niggas that laugh at you like Officer Tarab just said. You know what I'm saying? You silly girl.
And what you're going to start to do when you laugh at that joke, you're going to hate that nigga. I'm telling you, that's what you're going to start to do.
Damn right.
You're going to hate him. You know what I'm saying? And she's going to make sure because she just smelled blood.
Damn right.
When you laugh, she smelled blood. That's one of the reasons why when we be out there at camp, right? Somebody can say a goddamn joke against one of the brothers. You think we're going to laugh at that shit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know people there, we ain't gonna goddamn laugh at that.
Me
Hell
personally.
no. We gonna get mad.
So lucky.
Go ahead.
Me personally, I'll be ready to slap the shit out of anybody that come up against the camp. But thanks to, the teachings of Commander General Yohana, you know what I'm saying, passed down to my captain and to my officer, I hold discipline, you know what I'm saying? But me personally, I don't play that shit. Any joke, anything, I'll be ready to slap the shit out of motherfuckers.
Goddamn right.
Me personally, you know what I'm saying?
That don't do nothing but make a nigga more mad.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? You already mad when you out there, when you come out there. Right. Something like that happen, you get even more pissed off. That's what you should do. You see what I'm saying? But if you got a nigga that's gonna laugh at some dumbass joke, some stupid nigga done said against the camp or whatever, or against somebody in the camp, what's going on? What does he see?
Right. Disorder.
You goddamn right. That's what he says. What you real see. When you laugh at that joke against that brother, what the hell she see? She see the same goddamn thing.
Yeah.
You know what? And she gonna keep going at it. She's not gonna sit there and raise up off that. She gonna keep turning at that.
Yeah.
And she gonna make you hate that brother.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? She gonna make you hate his ass. Go ahead.
That's like that loose strand in your clothes.
Right, that pulls, you pulling them up.
The
whole goddamn garment done fucking, loose strand in your pants, they say, you pulling, you got shorts on.
Yeah.
you don't pull so much goddamn string all the way over here.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it's like. That is what it's like.
What's going on that camera? Across the street, everything good?
Yeah, little kids,
I thought that was some grown motherfuckers. So lucky.
Get a close look. Lucky, you do me a favor right quick,
sir.
You come down here because they ain't free.
Come.
my devil still, yeah.
You want one, sir?
Right, pour it in the cup. Yeah.
You got a nigga pouring pop into a eating my mouth.
The white man is the devil.
That's right.
And he's what's in the ear of your woman when that happens. Watch that goddamn pillow talk. I'm telling you, watch that. That's some of the most subtle things that we even, you know what I'm saying? That's why it says here, that's why I want the warrior, when he comes back, Officer Isaiah, to read that scripture again. I want brothers to let this stuff seep in, because a lot of the battle stuff, a lot of the harshest battles don't happen in the battle. It happens in the goddamn bedroom when your ass is comfortable. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
When you back and you relax and you done nutted real good and you done ate real good and you done that's when the goddamn battle is on. Right. You see what I'm saying? That's when the thing is, this thing is ready to get, that's when the battle's hot and heavy. And Satan is using your goddamn woman. You see what I'm saying? Never let her come in the way of the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what she doesn't, I'm gonna let you know, she doesn't really want you in rulership. She don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you gotta know this. Because if you sit there thinking just because she made you a plate of food, that she's great and she's righteous. Just because of that. Wow. You just dove down that easily, right?
Right.
Cause he made you some good food, huh?
And gave you some good love.
Right.
That's her goddamn job.
Right.
She's a helpmate, but you're supposed to help relieve the stress and help make sure a nigga eating good.
Right.
And for real. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds harsh, women, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Don't get mad at me, get mad at the Most High.
Right.
That's all I can
You
tell
didn't
you.
be testing your woman where brotherhood and servitude and all of that stuff is concerned.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying?
Micah 7, verse 5. Second part of verse 5. Keep the doors of the mouth from her that lieth in the bosom. Can you grab some, sir?
Yeah, because this thing, I need another cup. It's spilling real bad. And let me get one of those sponges while we at it.
Come.
Like I said, the white man is the devil and he's in the area of your woman.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He smoked up. What does it say? He's the most subtle beast of the field. You see what I'm saying? Subtlety has to do with something real slow. That don't seem like nothing so threatening right at first. Or what, Warren? It don't seem like nothing too threatening at first. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn, does they pack a punch when it comes to competition? They pass a punch. You know what I'm saying? And can knock your ass plumb out the game.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Just saying. Well, what we gonna do? We gonna correct that whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you where the battles fought at, so where you can move your forces there.
Damn right.
Just like when we play Risk. You know
Damn
what I'm
right.
saying? You find out where to move your forces at, and you go ahead and you make your forces. You put your forces right there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Put your goddamn forces in the bedroom.
That's
See what I'm saying? Put your forces there.
Right.
Let me get some more of that.
Yeah.
Come. Verse 6. Verse 5, Salaki. Micah 7 and 5. Trust not in a friend. Put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
Keep the mouth. You don't tell your woman every goddamn thing. You see what I'm saying? Don't tell your woman, this brother such and such, or with this brother, don't. It ain't got shit to do with her. Nothing to do with her at all. You see what I'm saying? You can watch like Edomite mob movies and everything. They wives don't know a goddamn thing concerning the business. Just like the documentary with the Iceman, that police.
What he was out there doing.
Right.
But the people that did know what he was doing and wanted to expose his business to his wife, he would murder. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that's what we should do, but that's just, the white man is the goddamn devil. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's how he operates. You know what I'm saying?
They would have been better off just expose him to the goddamn police.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
Instead
saying?
of going to his wife. His wife can't throw him in prison for 100 years.
You know what I'm saying? But that was his weakness, though. You know what I'm saying? Just like it is with a lot of Jakes in the world.
No, that dude, he wasn't weak with his wife. That specific guy that we talking about? Yeah. No, he wasn't like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He kept his life. He knew to keep his life separate. His lives that he was doing the hits and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? His wife, interviewed, she never asked questions.
Right.
She didn't want to know.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So lucky. I was going by the parable in the movie too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. When you look at the real documentary.
Yeah, the documentary. I see.
Yeah. She said she didn't know what the hell he did for a living.
Right.
She just knew not to damn ask. Right. That man provided a great household for them, such and such, and you know what I'm saying? And people knew not to mess with this dude. You know what I'm saying? The kids and all of that. He could come home and he could have a picket fence life after just cutting the body up. You know what I'm saying?
Strangling a nigga to death with a piano wire.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Well, even though we ain't doing nothing like that in the truth.
Right.
But it's still the same principle. your wife should not be, you know what I'm saying? And another thing too, man, you can't let your wife insult brothers, man.
Damn right.
You can't let your wife do, things like that. You can't let your wife, be conversing. I mean, in reality, to be honest with you, sisters shouldn't even be in the conversing with men.
Right. So
like that.
if I
You know what I'm
would,
saying? They should not. Go ahead.
so lucky if I would, sir. Like you take up for your mama when your wife gets to talk about your mama, don't you? You know what I'm saying? Your wife, I don't like your mama. Bitch, that's my mama. Leave her out of this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got that kind of zeal for your mama. Why don't you have it for your brothers?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
True. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that black men gotta learn. You know what I'm saying? Your stuff is separate. You know what I'm saying? Your whole business is separate. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Business and family separate. You see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Your wife, the real, you know what I'm saying? She should be separate. She shouldn't be all intertwined with your brothers and all of this shit like that. She shouldn't really be like that.
Damn right. Unless she's cooking up the brothers something to eat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The
how many brothers do my feeding should be the only words out of her mouth. So like, sir.
The things these things are totally separate.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when they're intertwined, they cause fucking problems.
Damn
you
right.
know what I'm saying? They cause discord. And one of the things that the Lord hates, one of the 7 things he hates, is the person that causes discord among the brethren.
Damn right.
Lord will kill the shit out your ass. All right, just keeping it real.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Would, sir.
Go ahead.
And like the officer brought out, she shouldn't even be involved. So if your woman know about, what's going on at the camps and camp meetings and shit, that's on you. Shut your bitch ass up. Right. You know what I'm saying? Point blank period. You know what I'm saying? And I can't even say that about the UPK brothers, you know what I'm saying? Because we know better. But your brothers in the world, your Jakes, shut your bitch ass up. Right. You know what I'm saying? Get that soft ass, effeminate spirit off of you and understand that warfare is for the man. Right. You don't have to go back and tell your woman how many bodies you got on. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go and tell your woman, I was thinking, baby. We need to get with the UPK, baby. I was it was just ideal, baby. What you think about it? Yeah. It was just ideal, baby. Yeah, what you getting mad for, baby? Yeah. I was asking your opinion. What you think about that? I heard they believe in multiple wives. Yeah, do you hear how goofy that sounds? And I heard how they talk about black women. Right. And I heard this and I heard that. But see, they making some points though, baby. But I like Pastor Jones. Jones is a good man. He's a good man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I like Elder Nathaniel. Yeah, right. So, okay, baby. Yeah, right. And he in the truth too. Yeah, you right. Yeah, he's a Christianite. You right. He's a Christian that knows we're Israel. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like Kendrick Lamar. Right. Shit, I just made you the purple fringes. You know what I'm saying? The fringes, got the purple shirt, the fringes. The streamers. You see what I'm saying? Now your ass is out of the truth. You're away from the truth. You far away. Right. Not to elaborate on that group, but how the hell you get all them Hebrew names, but you don't study or speak up on the Lashua Kadesh? You just the hell with that. Now let me start to answer that. They don't have Hebrew names. Oh, it's not Hebrew names? They ain't got no Hebrew names. No. You know what I'm saying? Ben, Israel. Ben is actually Greek. Right. It's the English translation of Bun. Yes. Oh, okay. We have Bun Yahweh. Yeah. They'll say Ben Judah or Bun Yasha'Allah. They'll say Ben Israel. Right. See what I'm saying? Right. Okay, yeah. They go on to English, go ahead. Salaki. And half they should be African. You can tell by by the people they bringing into their course. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you go get a General Bucky naked, you're not worried about no goddamn people anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got General Buck naked.
Night.
You know what I'm saying? They got General Buck naked. You know what I'm saying?
Along with white boys.
It's funny. Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that shit right there. I'm so glad you mentioned that because see, they got the General Buck naked dude, right? And here's another thing. I want people to key into this. They got now. Think about this for a second, right?
Right.
Now they started in New York.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And these brothers work. They have jobs, you know what I'm saying? Just like we have jobs, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Most of it, you know, the ISUPK have jobs and things that we do to make money, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? All right. They're taking all the resources, right, from the brothers here in the States and South America and bringing them across. But those dudes don't have shit, and they call, what do they call them?
Their brothers. Them is their
Right, you see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
They call them brothers. Go ahead.
Because the niggas that's 8 blocks down from them don't need them same resources. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What the niggas in the hoods need them resources for.
Go ahead.
Right. They don't even want to give the brother, a thirsty brother, a drink of water, a bottle of water. So let alone, you know, help out. Yeah. That's
right.
Like man, look, only thing you gotta do is just look at just look. If you know anything about the truth, just look at who's doing what, and that will set you apart from everything else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I was blessed because I came across the ISUPK off top. And the fucked up part is I've never seen the ISUPK before I seen them day walking through my slavery. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen the other fake ass Hebrew-like groups, you know what I'm saying? Christian-like groups. And I couldn't pay them no attention because them niggas just came off effeminate to me. You know what I'm saying? I would see them niggas and I knew off top them niggas was bitches. So locking my language. But them niggas came off as straight bitches. Point blank period. I don't know how, if there's a non-bitch way to say bitch, I would like to know it. But them niggas came off as straight bitches to me. You know what I'm saying? There was no way that I was even paying attention to them niggas. But the second that I seen Captain Kapash and Officer Tarak, I seen warriors. You get what I'm saying? I didn't see no shirts with the streamers on it. I seen booted up and suited up ready for war. You know what I'm saying? And I knew where the truth was at. That simple. You know what I'm saying? Like any motherfucker to join that group, man, they not joining that group for the warfare. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that join any place outside of the ISUPK, they're not joining for the warfare. It's something else that they got going on, bloody butts or something. I'm not sure. Something else that they got going on. That's why they joining that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you can look at them boys and tell they ain't about this warfare.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The ISUPK is the only group I see out there calling the white man the goddamn devil to his face.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, warrior.
I forgot what I was going to speak on. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Okay, let's get on with some more scripture. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 26 and 19.
Ecclesiastes and
right. In the in the Apocrypha, you're right.
Ecclesiasticus.
Right.
Ecclesiasticus.
Now we know to shut your mouth from your woman. Keep your goddamn relationships. Don't let her talk about the brothers. Don't let her do that shit.
Ecclesiasticus, what's that?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 and verse 19. Y'all kind of want to drive that point home. You know what I'm saying? What's that?
I'm sorry. Ecclesiasticus what? I'm sorry.
26 and 19.
26 and 19.
Ecclesiastes 26 and 19. My son, keep the flower of thy age sound.
What is this talking about? Anybody tell me? Can anybody say?
Keep the flower of thine age sound.
Keep the sound. Sound means discipline.
Right, kind of.
Go ahead.
And give not the strength to strangers.
Wait a minute. Let's go back to sound.
Kind. My son, keep the flower of thy age sound.
Sound. Keep it the flower of thine age sound. Right?
Right.
What is this talking about? Can anybody tell me? Think for a second.
Keep the flower of the age sound. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments sound.
No, wait a minute. Keep the flower of thine age sound. Means to keep it disciplined. The law, statutes, and commandments are already disciplined by themselves. You don't need to keep them disciplined. You see what I'm saying? You need to be disciplined to conform to what what the law, statutes, commandments is. You see what I'm saying? And it says, keep the law, to keep the flower of thine age sound, right? The flower of your age is your wife. You see what I'm saying? To keep her disciplined. Right?
The flower of thine age.
Right, go ahead.
And give not the strength to strangers.
And give not thy strength to strangers. You know why? Just like what we talked about with the pillow talk thing, right?
Right.
That strength is going to go to strangers when you give it to her inside that goddamn bedroom. Go ahead.
That's lucky. And when you look at these other celebrities, the Kanye's and the Bill Cosby's in the world, like this scripture is talking directly to them. You know what I'm saying?
This scripture is talking directly to niggas that ain't celebrities.
Right.
It ain't just talking to them.
Right. Now I'm talking about they'll give their strength not to strangers. You know.
Shit, we giving our strength. Our peoples is giving our strength. So like I said before, the celebrities live in a different fucking world.
Right, kind of.
Go ahead.
It's lucky going to verse 20, sir.
What? What was you at?
I was at verse 19. Sir.
Okay, go ahead. Keep on going now with 19.
My son, keep the flower of thy age sound, and give not thy strength to strangers.
Don't give your strength to strangers, because if you give your strength to strangers through the flower of your youth, your woman is a whore.
Damn right. So lucky, sir, if I would.
Go ahead.
Like when I see